There's some pretty big walls on the Ohio River. Protect from overflow, because flooding is a pretty bad problem here. And how do they seal? I don't see what they do. They have to like bring something. There's no door that swings. They're hiding the barrier that they put to cover this door. So is it inside here? I gotta go inside this room and then pull it out. Yeah, it's kids' meals. Broussards. Yeah, I think I'd like to park in that parking lot. It's just getting there. There's just a lot of one-way streets and it's a little complicated, but I think it looks like a better spot to park than the park I was checking out. So some lady asked me for some money, her right there, so she could get a bite to eat. Not many people around here. Oh, museum? $5 bought Paducah. All right. It's got that New Orleans feel. Yeah, they got a lot of active businesses. Maybe not very active, but they're not abandoned. I know this costs money. This museum. Oh, they're not even open though. But they got stuff. This is an intentional leak. We're flushing to ensure water quality. Paducah, Kentucky. They got some a lot of information in this town. All right, stop there. Vegetarian beans. Oh, and they're dropping corn for the homeless on the sidewalk. This has been here all morning. At the Golden Carrot, I saw that they had roasted dandelion, roasted chicory, roasted something else. But I can't deal with that roasted stuff. It tastes good. Roasted coffee. It tastes good, but it caused pain in my lower bowels. Pain I've never experienced before. When I gave in to that roasted chicory, I got pain. I didn't like that, so I stopped, and that type of pain, dull ache, want to die, just no longer came. That roasted stuff really messes with the bowels. Alright, for my use with this grinder, I pulled out this stupid screen. I don't like it. It's supposed to separate finer stuff. I don't care. Now I got all these little hairs I gotta pull out. So just a metal screen. So then it would just be only the very bottom I would remove. Yeah, that gives me all that extra space. That screen that cuts the space in half. So I doubled my space for where the herbs settle down. No skateboarding under here. Alright, I relocated from the Walmart, the East Walmart in Paducah, to the Kroger's here for a chance to get out of the smoke. And I headed towards the source of the smoke, but it seems like there's less less smoky smell here, so this might work better. Okay, so I moved from Walmart to that grocery store, now to this church, and it's smelling a lot better. There is a little something in the air, but it's not as bad as it was around the Walmart. Now I got to deal with social issues. Who's gonna give me a hard time trying to sleep here tonight in the church parking lot?
No, he said.
Yeah, I'm willing to. And we got a third person. All right. What's your name?
Sergeant Burrow.
Burrow. Okay.
So
Yeah, we got my last name.
You're on private property.
And there was no calls, right? It was just this is part of a patrol.
They request us to patrol their property. To
Okay.
make sure that people aren't loitering. You're
Okay.
in possession of a motor vehicle in the state of Kentucky. That
Yep.
means you are required to provide identification.
Yeah, no
and proof of
problem.
Insurance for the vehicle. So
Insurance.
We've got to do two things. I got to make sure you got a valid driver's license and insurance,
What's
and then you can get out of here.
what's the criminal or what's the? Am I pulled over for something?
Okay.
Is this for driving infraction?
You are loitering
Okay.
on private property.
Well, I
which
mean,
is
was
a
there?
trespassing issue?
There-
So, in order for us to allow you to leave, I have to confirm you have a valid license.
Okay, so
you can drive your car.
people
and valid
visit.
insurance. I'm not going to argue with you. You
Well,
can
I don't
produce
no.
that information.
Oh, at the
or
courthouse.
you can go to jail for trespassing.
Well,
it is really simple.
It's a courthouse issue. You got to take me before a judge and to discuss.
Absolutely, I can arrest you and you will
Okay.
go before a judge.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
really simple. All you have to do is produce identification.
yeah. I told my
proof of
name.
insurance, and we'll get you out of here.
You did not tell your name. You said your last name was. You confirmed it was the
But-
one I gave, but you will not give me your
Yeah.
first name. You will not give me your
Well-
birthday. You will not give me your.
So
What's your?
I'm giving you an opportunity
Yeah, fine.
to produce your driver's license.
We got
and
Bashir.
valid proof of insurance.
Yeah, okay.
So that I can get you out of here.
What's the driving infraction? I mean,
I'm giving you the opportunity to produce
Okay.
your driver's
well,
license.
what's your name again? You said Burrow.
Burrow.
All right, and we heard my last name's Hines.
Okay.
So
You are in possession of a motor vehicle,
okay,
which requires you to have a valid driver's license.
okay, yeah. But also, you can identify. There's more than one way to identify.
I'm not going to go around and
This
around
is-
with
this
you. You
is-
can either produce it or you can go to jail.
Well, this isn't a matter of whether I give you a plastic ID or not. I could tell my name, right?
I've asked
I-
that.
But I'm asking for full names for everybody here.
We don't
All
have
right.
to give you our names.
All right, what do you?
We still gave you.
Yeah.
being cooperative, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is.
Well,
what it is,
because
so-
he's the original. He's going to be the arrestee. He's
so
going to be
you
the
don't identify
arrester.
Yourself, you go to jail right
He's
now. You choose.
he's
choose.
going to be the arrester
We can
ultimately.
identify you by your fingerprints at the jail,
Well,
or we can identify you based
How-
upon your identification that you produced for us.
how
It's
far
real simple.
how far away is the jail from here? It sounds like I'm gonna have a long. Am I gonna have a long walk?
You're going to jail if we take you there.
Have a long walk. No, I
Is
am
it-
glad to give you a ride to jail.
Back from jail? I mean, what?
No, that's on you.
How far?
Because
How far
we're
away
giving you
is?
the opportunity to produce your identification?
How far
and if
away
you
is?
choose not to do that, then you can
can't
go to jail.
produce that, and you can't produce insurance in order to tow the vehicle.
I could-
So,
I could tell my name. I just wanted to hear your first name. I mean, that's you guys are.
You can tell me.
guys
Go ahead and tell it, please.
What's your first name?
Oh, I
What's
guess you can't. Well, look, you didn't do it.
that?
Wow.
There's
she's
there's.
lying to me. How?
It's so
Let's try
it's
again.
a simple
What's your
question.
first name?
It's a simple
You're
question.
not telling me again. Why do you?
It's a
keep
simple
telling me?
question.
You're
Just
not telling me.
exchange name, first
It's
names.
simple to produce your driver's license,
It's
and you're refusing to do so.
well, that's not the minimum is telling your name. That's
No,
just
not-
going
not in
above
the
and
state of
beyond.
Kentucky, not when you're in possession of a vehicle
If-
sitting in the driver's seat.
You-
This is your last opportunity.
If-
I'm not
if-
going to go around with you.
If somebody
last opportunity. I am requesting you, based
It-
upon the Kentucky law,
and I'm willing
that
to.
you produce your driver's license right now, or you're going to
It's-
go to jail.
It doesn't. It's not just a driver's license thing.
On your back.
Arrest.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
Is there any weapons on you?
I don't think so, dude. Man, that sounded like it fell hard.
Probably.
All right. So I just got released from jail, and I gotta find where I'm at. I'm downtown. I can't believe this. I got such a long distance. Okay, this is the paperwork I was given. I'm going to cover up the driver's license stuff. I have a court date coming up on January 18th. I need to do a records request now from the prosecutor. I need to contact the courthouse and contact the prosecutor to do a discovery request to get the evidence. I saw that the cop put a report. He made a report while I was sitting in the car with him. He did it right on his computer. And I was put in the jail, but I wasn't put in the actual jail. I was just put through booking, and then they just released me. It's called an ROR. So it's just I have to make promise to make all court appearances, 0 cash received. There's no money involved with this. I just have to make a promise. And the court date is coming up. They took a booking photo of me and also a side view too, but they're not giving me that. So I need help. I need to get back to my car and pick up my car, and it's on the church parking lot. And apparently this is a trespassing issue. It doesn't even say the charges. Criminal trespass 3rd degree. All right, what is that? They don't even put a citation number for that. They just call it that. But they're calling it a trespass, and the jailers told me, if I go back to that church, I could get arrested again. Well, my car did not get towed. I just the cops decided to keep it there to entrap me, pretty much. And then they said that I have a crack on my windshield and it's full. They think it's unsafe. They have to check insurance to make sure I'm good to drive. So it's tough right now. I walked 3 miles from the jail, which is downtown, to this Walmart to upload that video. I have the 360 cam on my roof I'll be uploading if I'm not in jail again, and a couple other cameras too. So the whole situation was recorded. They also recorded on body cam, so I need to make a request for that at from their prosecutor who's taken the case. I want to prepare that for my court hearing coming up in like 2 weeks, I guess. So and also, if can somebody contact this church, I'll contact them too. Just make contact with them and I need to get permission to get my car. All right, because it's early in the morning right now. I just walked 3 a.m. 3 miles to here. I'm just here now, and now I gotta walk like a mile to the church to get my car, but there's nobody there right now. So, and I think the cops might have a shift until 6. And as I walked from the courthouse to the to this Walmart, the 4 cop cars passed me. Four of the sheriffs passed me in that 3-mile walk. So there's a heavy presence around here. So it's very stressful. And I just there's a report. I need to get that report from the cop. I was gonna sleep in the Walmart parking lot, but it got so smoky. I'll just say that. But I need a lot of help now. I need to request a public defender, and but first, before I request a public defender, I need to get the paperwork that they're going to use to charge against me. The documentation, the video, the paperwork, and I need I'll try to ask the public, or I'll ask the prosecutor for this county, McCracken County, but I might have to start filling out paperwork, a discovery request form. I need to figure out how to write that form properly. So I guess you could call this a hot take right now. I'm in a bad position. I got 2 hours before 6 o'clock, which I'm assuming maybe that's when their shift is over. And so I guess I'll be sitting outside, maybe getting close. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to get my car right now. They're making it very difficult. All right, I'm at the Southland Baptist Temple, and my car is over here. Trespass from this property. I'm gonna go and try to move it. Not only do I face the trespass issue, but also the cops wanna pull me over to check me for insurance too. So I pulled out of the church parking lot to come across a train that just started crossing, stopping everybody. And now I'm just sitting here nervous that a cop could just pull up behind me. All I can do is just sit here and wait. I can't reach Walmart. Alright, the public's records request that I got from the sheriff's office in the courthouse. I gotta go through courthouse security to reach the sheriff's office. The sheriff of McCracken County is Ryan Norman. They are located 300 Clarence Gaines Street, McCracken Courthouse, Paducah, Kentucky. They got a phone number, 270-444-4719. Does that work? Request to inspect public records. Pursuant to Kentucky Open Records Act, the undersigned requests to inspect the public records which are described below. Requester's contact information, name, mailing address, email address, if applicable. Records to be inspected, and that's where I fill in that I want the body cams, police testimony, photos, statements regarding the use of public records. Kentucky Regulation syntax defines commercial purpose as the direct or indirect use of any part of a public record or records in any form for sale, resale, solicitation, rent, or lease of a service, or any use by which the user expects a profit either through commission, salary, or fee. However, commercial purpose does not include the publication or related use of the public record by a newspaper or periodical, by radio or television station in its news or informational program, or by use in the prosecution or defense of litigation by the parties to such an action or their attorney. This request is, choose one, not for commercial purpose or for commercial purpose. Statement regarding residency. I further state that I am a resident of Kentucky because I am, please check one, an individual residing in the Commonwealth or a domestic business entity with a location in the Commonwealth, or a foreign business entity registered with the Kentucky Secretary of State, or an individual that is employed and works at the location within the Commonwealth, or an individual or business entity that owns real property within the Commonwealth, or an individual or business entity that has been authorized to act on behalf of an individual or business entity, a news gathering organization as defined by. In this scenario, I'm cooking, I got 20 minutes left. This guy pulls up behind me, and I'm downwind of his exhaust. I have to assume that he's going to sit there for an hour with his car running. So, I'm standing here. And maybe I could do a little walk around the area, but I have to get away from my car. There's no hanging out there, and just give this guy time to listen to his music, smoke his cigarettes, talk on the phone with his car running, whatever else he's got to do with using energy, because I'm downwind and I can't move because I'm cooking. Oh, is it just scared? That's just weird. So I'm out here in the park, and cars are, I don't know, a quarter mile away in all directions. And I'm just not feeling like I got a lot of energy. And I'm thinking that the air is probably bad. It's like I am kind of smelling a slight sense of exhaust, like train exhaust to be exact. And I'm like, why don't I have energy? Is there any kind of exercise I can do? And no, there is not. I think it's the air that's messing with me. It's kind of funny, this guy at the electric station has to breathe in the semi truck's second generator. I'm definitely smelling it. So as these guys sit here for an hour, they got to be breathing in that exhaust from the semi truck who's camping for the night. It's only 8. Alright, after a few days of parking in the same spot, I'm getting these guys checking me out more, sitting and watching me more out the rearview mirror. They're watching me a lot more now after a few days of me being in the same spot over and over again. It's really annoying. Alright, can I help you with?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to meet you, sir.
Meet me for what?
Travis Hines, ain't you?
Oh, yeah.
IDs.
Okay. Alright, I just want to point out that this goose is hanging with the Canadian geese. It's flying. I heard it made some of the most noise flying in with the group. It's hanging out with this group of geese. They came in about 9 a.m. and this one was with a group of 3, so it wasn't a part of the major group, but they're all hanging. And then there's also the farm ducks, farm geese off in the distance, but it's hanging more with the Canadian geese flying around high in the sky. All right. Whoa.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you can have an agreement with the prosecutor and have that sheet of paper signed and agreed to with the new date and all that, but that doesn't guarantee that the prosecutor will send that up to the clerk of courts. So a friend, Pig Trader, told me that they didn't have my name on the docket for the 11th. So I went to the court and went straight to the clerks, and then they didn't accept the paper. So they told me to go to the prosecutor to tell them that that paper exists, because maybe they think I could have made that paper myself, that agreement myself. And then with that communication directly between the prosecutor and the clerks, they They updated it so that they'll have my file for the 11th. Church. Our Mother Kittle hit the finger, and it's a broken stone. Don't even have the year. This is a southern cemetery, and they don't have the big slabs all over the place. Not low enough ground yet. So the South still honors Southern soldiers. They still fly the flag for each individual stone. 1861 with words I can't really read. Plateful spoof. 1861 to 1865. They actually made new stones. Unknown soldier. Make a new stone for him. Try to find an American flag in this cemetery. All I see are Confederate flags. It's so windy out here that one of the porta potties fell over. There's supposed to be two, one's right behind it, laying on its side. If I'm allowed a jury trial, why am I not allowed a grand jury? All right? One, you can't give me one and take away the other. Alright, I'm not far from the Walmart in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Just hanging out at this campsite. And I'm saying it's a campsite. It's, I think, a camp part of the park, but this has been abandoned. Old campsite, may not have been used much. May have gotten flooded. 'Cause they've done a lot of cutting out here. Clearing, cutting, all these trees, a lot of overgrowth that may have come up around these shelters. Because, I mean, what's strange is these shelters seem so far apart. The only reason I could see that being, I got something in my shoe, being something that they would have far apart is for camping purposes. But then it got maybe abandoned, and now they're trying to revitalize it. Because, yeah, each one of these picnic table shelter areas also has, wow, that is an old electric system. So they had camping, then abandoned it, and now that with all this cutting, I don't know, maybe they're clearing it out and considering giving it another shot. Because, yeah, this area, it's got a nice park coming off the highway, and it's a highway that you access this part. This is an old campground, and it has no sign. It's just kind of just saying it's a park. Yeah, it's an old campground. I got the swamp cypress with its nodules coming out of the water around the trees. Very similar to Louisiana. But I'm sure that it extends easily into Florida. I'm pretty far south, so I guess I would be in alligator territory. Well, North Louisiana. It seems like it's just only the start of possible alligators. But they'll be really slow today. In the next few days with the winter chill coming in.